going on a date night.
We are. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video, as you can tell from the title, is date night, winter date ideas. We're so excited, and this video is actually in partnership with Bumble. We're so excited about that. If you guys have not downloaded Bumble, definitely do so. They have so many different avenues of their app, so you can find best friends and business partners or actual partners. It's like so
It's
cool.
not just for that.
It's not just for that, which I think is really cool and definitely a good way to go for any sort of dating app or friendship app, if you will. And we're so excited to go on this date and answer your guys' questions. I'm a little bit under the weather, so if you see my throat, or you're not gonna see my throat, what am I trying to say? I'm like
your throat,
yeah,
sniffling.
like I'm sick, okay? Yeah. My brain is foggy. I'm gonna be awful in this video. But anyway, you should tell them, tease where we're going.
Yeah, I'll give you a little tease. We set up to go on this date night with something we've always wanted to do, and we reached out to the company, and they are gonna let us shoot in there, so I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm so excited. It's something we've always wanted to do, and it's very true to our relationship too, which is really fun, and it's a good winter date idea for sure. So we're gonna be late. Let's go ahead and do that. Date night spot, and we are at Catoro Cat Cafe, which is so cool. There's so many little cats running around, lots of kittens, and I believe all of the cats here are up for adoption. Is that correct? Oh yeah, all their adoption papers are like along the wall there.
They even have a menu in here.
A menu?
For adoptable
a cat
cats.
menu. So cool. And as you guys saw, it is actually a cafe, so we got bubble tea, and it's so good. This one, was it called the Funky Cat? I think that's what it's called. It's so good.
Yeah, the Foggy Cat.
It's so good, and all the cats are so sweet.
So the first question is, when do you know a guy's just being friendly versus when is he being flirty? I guess it's a tough one. It's definitely a case-to-case basis, but I think when it comes to friendliness, like, after your first interaction and the guy was friendly and that's where your relationship ends right there, then that was just him being a gentleman or being friendly. But I think if he follows up, texts you, asks for your number in the first place, then I mean, to me, that's when it becomes flirty.
I feel like when it's continuous, that's when you kind of know that they're kind of interested, right?
Yeah. If there's like pursuing involved, you know? Yeah.
Code, we need one of these for our cats. It's so cute. Look at how happy.
It looks like it's like a carrying case too.
I know. So sweet. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the next question. This one is, talking to a guy is so much easier through an app like Bumble, but when you go out on a date, it's awkward. How do I not be so awkward? I think it's really great because on Bumble, you get to kind of have a little bit of a conversation before you potentially go out on a date, so you kind of get to know the person a little bit. But when it comes to meeting anyone new for the first time, it can be super awkward. But I always like to go into any situation like that thinking of it more as a friendship, and you're just there to get to know the person and kind of know who they are, and that goes whether it's a date or a friendship type of thing. So just kind of have a general, couple of questions that you typically ask new people when you meet them, I think can really help ease your nerves and, just try and relax and have fun, because that's what dates are supposed to be. You're supposed to be there to have fun, have an experience, and get to know someone new.
All right, let's do our next question.
Okay, next question is...
Who are you holding right now?
Oh, what was his name?
Danny.
Danny. This is Danny. She's probably...
She.
She is like the smallest one. She's 4 months. And she's so sweet. And the question is, have we ever been in a serious fight?
Oh.
No. I don't think so.
Nah, I wouldn't consider anything serious.
Yeah, nothing where no one stormed out or left for a night or anything, but...
Nothing that's lasted longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah, so, no. Look, how could you be in a fight when you have kittens? It's so cute. The next question I wanted to answer because it's very appropriate and true to what we're doing. Do you both love cats? Yeah.
Could you tell?
Okay, the next question we're gonna answer is, what are your opinions on hookup culture and any advice for people who want to date, advice for someone wanting a romantic relationship? Our opinions on hookup culture, for me personally, there's cats everywhere. For me personally, I think that if that's how you wanna live your life, then go for it as long as you're safe. That's like my number one thing whenever I have friends talk to me about this kind of stuff. I always make sure that they have some sort of protection. I think that as long as you're safe and you're doing it correctly and you're not getting too emotionally invested if you don't want to, then I think that's totally fine, and it's your life and your body, and everything you want to do with it is totally up to you.
It's, I mean, obviously not for everybody, and don't feel pressure if all your friends are.
Oh, for
that's
sure.
the way they live their life. You feel like you need to as well.
No.
Like,
okay, so that was like hookup culture, and any advice for people who want to date. Download Bumble. Meet people on an app, and don't.
oh my god.
And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You'll find someone when you least expect it, like when you're not looking, you know?
Yeah. Don't expect anything serious at first, you know? Just
Yeah.
build relationships, and sometimes that builds into something more.
Okay, so what about advice for someone wanting a romantic relationship?
Well, that was kind of it, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't force it, you know?
No, but I think you have to be honest with the person and say that that's what you're interested in, versus the hookup culture, you know? Like, if you are looking for someone to date and looking for a relationship, I feel like eventually you're gonna have to let the person know. This is insane. Hold on. They look like brothers.
Yeah.
They are. That's why they're fighting.
Funsies.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. What are you doing? That foot, though. Just gotta smack him. They're so vocal.
Danny wants nothing to do with them.
Any tips on communicating well with your partner? Cody seems to be very supportive of you, and you both communicate with each other well. I'm a very emotional person, and I just can't keep things to myself. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's like, I want to show Cody something I bought that day, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't tell him. But then I'm like, I'm gonna show him anyway. Like, I just can't hold anything. I don't know. I overshare. That's who I am as a person.
Right.
And I feel like
and that's something I could maybe work on, actually. Like, a tip for me is just always be honest and don't keep things down inside, which I do a lot, and something I'm trying to work on.
he's an Aquarius.
Okay, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that just comes from my personality of like wanting to tell everyone everything. So I over communicate, but in this circumstance I feel like it's good because Cody always knows what emotion or mood I'm in, whether he likes it or not. And tips for communicating, I just think that like you have to talk about these things, right? If you're gonna be in a serious relationship with someone, you have to talk.
Yeah, you'd think so, right?
Right, Danny?
Danny, why don't you talk to me? Be honest with me.
Danny.
Do you really love me?
Okay.
Not impressed. One thing I'd like to mention is that Catoro Cafe actually uses cat therapy and rescue, and that's how we adopted Snicks, actually. We got him through cat therapy and rescue. So I feel like this would be such a great place to come and check out some cats if you're interested in adopting, and even if you're not, just to hang out with cats, it's pretty sweet.
We're just about wrapping up here at the Cat Cafe. This was so fun.
Yeah, it was so nice of Catoro Cafe to have us and let us shoot in here. And
Yeah.
it's our first time here, and it's been amazing.
If you guys live in the area, then definitely come and check it out. If you're looking to adopt cats, come and check it out. And this is such a good winter date idea because we're inside, we're all cozy with the cats. They're so entertaining, they're so vocal. There's great drinks. It was really, really fun. So, this was so cool. I'm glad we did this.
For sure. Date night part 2. We're going for dinner at a cozy restaurant in Vancouver that we love. It's called Burgoo.
back in the car because that restaurant is very dark and they always play very loud music. It's delicious and we had a great time.
The music's great.
But you can't film in there. So we're here to end off this video with 2 more questions. And, apologies for the lighting and everything. First question, what?
It's just us lighting ourselves with the phone flashlights.
This is what we're doing. It's great.
You gotta improvise sometimes.
Sometimes you do. I wanted to touch on some other winter date ideas to give you guys some ideas if you're going on the first Bumble date or like a second or third Bumble date and you're looking for something different to do that's not like a typical dinner and a movie,
Because those can be just boring sometimes, and if you want a second date, sometimes the first date has to be really different and
fun. And I feel like you get to see someone in a different element than like just like put together nice at a dinner and a movie. Okay, so obviously Cat Cafe is number 1 idea.
Yeah. Indoor trampoline. What are they called? Park. Indoor trampoline park.
There's go-karting.
Bowling.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love bowling. There's a bunch of like board game cafes. That would be cool too.
Yeah. Board game bars, board game
bars.
cafes.
Yeah, if you want to do like drinks or something. There's usually, we have one here that's like an indoor garden kind of thing. So if it's like snowy and cold out, you guys can go into like a garden or a museum kind of thing. Any type of museum is obviously a good one too. Planetarium maybe?
No.
Or is that the stars one?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one though. You
Yeah,
can go
that
to a
could be good.
planetarium. It's kind of a good alternative to like going to a movie or whatever. Winter festivals.
Oh,
Winter
yeah.
holiday festivals.
I mean, it's getting a little time sensitive now, but there's usually like light festivals and things like that going on. We love the Christmas market. We haven't been this year yet, and I don't know if we're gonna get to go, but I was totally wanting to do that in this video, but I'm too sick to like be walking around outside, so that's why we didn't do that, but that's a really good idea too. Those are some good options. I am seriously such a sniffly mess, but we're home now. So
Yay.
great. And we're gonna answer one last question for you guys in this video, and that is, did we meet on Bumble?
Nope.
No, we didn't. We met at school, actually.
Yeah. But Bumble is a great resource to meet new people, whether it's for friendship or relationship. It's a great way to like learn about someone before you meet them in real life. Not unlike our relationship where we were texting back and forth before we actually started really hanging out in real life.
I feel like having that like mobile connection and conversation really takes the pressure off, like we said
a bit
earlier.
Of a buffer.
Yeah, and like you can get a feel for the person if you want to like spend your time meeting up with them or not, and you kind of just get to have that, like you said, icebreaker. I think that's really nice. So if you guys are looking to meet someone in 2020, whether that be a friendship or a relationship, we will have a link to Bumble down below, and you can go and download it and check it out for yourselves. And that pretty much wraps up our date video.
Yeah,
so fun and
day.
different. I know, it was so good. I feel a lot better. I feel like my sickness has gone somewhat, because that was fun to do.
That's what a good date will do to you.
Sure. If you guys like this video though, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps and supports my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.